Hey everybody, guess who's back? I know I didn't do any videos last week, and all I can do is apologize. Uh, Last week was kind of like Groundhog Day. Not a bad way of Groundhog Day, but Groundhog Day. So every single day, it was pretty much the same. Wake up, handle queso, go to work, 2 tours, 3 tours, small numbers of people, not a lot of wildlife outside doing stuff, go home, make a simple dinner, get some sleep. Okay, so it was really just kind of a repeat. Not a bad repeat, but just nothing to report to anyone about that. Okay, and I know I said I was going to do a video yesterday. However, I spent my entire day cleaning the rig. And it didn't take me that long, but I cleaned the rig. I did a little outside work when it wasn't 93 degrees and 70% humidity, and took care of some things outside as well. So that was not a bad way to spend it, but by the end of the day, I was exhausted, and I was like, nope, not doing it. So today was, again, to work. It was Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everybody, because it is September 5th, but right now it's 6:40 p.m. my time. So I went to work. Everything was fine. We had 3 tours. They were mainly small. The animals came out later in the day. Okay. So it wasn't bad, you know. That's all I can say. So I'm going to give you a little, what's going on here? Let's see, a Zen poem. 66 times have the eyes beheld the changing scene of autumn. I have said enough about moonlight, ask no more. Only listen to the pines and cedars when no wind stirs. That's Wyoming, 1797, 1863. Good point. I mean, we are essentially repeating ourselves over and over and over again at this point. You know, the only message I can come up with for everybody appears to be careful. That's it. Does that mean, how does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean be careful with your money? Yes. Does that mean be careful with your person? Yes. Does that mean be careful who you're speaking to and what information you're sharing? Yes. I'm not saying be paranoid. I'm saying be careful. Seems to me every time I go to the city, and a lot of other people will keep talking about the same thing, when they go to the city, it's the same thing. They're seeing craziness. They're seeing people who are hitting people. They see people who are completely throwing the rule, the entire rule of law out, gone. Okay. I even have a colleague of mine, or a former colleague of mine, who was riding his bike in a particular town that I have to go to get groceries. And he got hit by a car. Car clipped him. Broke his bike. He broke his leg in 3 places. Car just kept driving. I'll let that sink in for a minute. The car didn't stop, didn't check on him, nothing. Go to the grocery store, okay? How many people, and we talked about this before, guys, how many people just hit somebody with a cart and they just turn around and walk right past them, or they pretend they didn't even see them? I want to say they're living in their own little world. What I really can say is either they're so afraid to interact with somebody else at this point, or they just don't give a darn. That's also a possibility. Maybe they just don't care. Maybe they just don't care. And I'm sure there's got to be somebody who's listening to me out there who has said the exact same thing. Well, I was going to say good morning, but I didn't know what they were going to do. I was going to say thank you, but they looked a little strange. Very slowly, little teeny increments. This is how they remove humanity. Computers don't apologize. They just screw up and then they go on to the next instruction. Now, that removal of your humanity began when they did this. Can't go to the store without this, And it just got progressively worse as the fear goes up. the ability to reach out to another human being goes down because you're no longer seeing them as people. Guilty as charged. I have to say that. I look at people out in the world today and I go, no, some of these people are zombies. And if I attempt to communicate and treat them as such, I don't ever remember anybody surviving a zombie movie going, wait, maybe we should ask the zombies how they feel. They don't, because they're not thinking. They don't have emotions. So again, guilty as charged. It's very hard for me to look over at people sometimes and say, you're another human being and you're just in pain. And that might mean that maybe a little of my humanity is sliding away a little bit. Or it could mean that, I'm seeing things accurately and clearly, and then I'm taking action on that information to take care of myself, take care of Queso, take care of you. Who knows? I'm not sure. I just think that people need to look at other people and you need to read them. Are they still human? Are they still people? And if not, you need to get out of there. Don't engage. Don't educate or correct. Just turn the key and go. Get out of there. And again, I am guilty as charged. I feel like I am stuck in a constant OODA loop. If you know what an OODA loop is, it makes a lot of sense. It's when, it's you observe, it's objective, observe, decide, and act. Okay? It's when you look at everything, and you start going, all right, what's the problem here? What's the issue here? What am I going to do here? What's the right action here? And then you go on to the next encounter and the next encounter. Okay? This is probably why the doctor that took care of me about a couple months ago, for me a year ago now. Wow, it's over a year ago. This is why that doctor said to me, you look like you have PTSD. And then I realized, yeah, a lot of people do. I am living around dumb people that are unpredictable. Of course I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm trying to tell people things and they're just... or they get angry. So I just stop talking. I actually stopped talking to the point that my entire life changed. And I think it's a positive change. So I'm not complaining one little bit. Come here, what's up? Come here. Say hi. Yeah? Good enough. So, I don't really have a message for Labor Day other than I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you did something you wanted to do. You ate something you wanted to eat. Because I have a funny feeling that people are going to get dumber. As if, Sam Kinison always said, just when you can't get any worse, hey, look, we found another rock layer. Keep digging. More violent. The small things that we take joy in are going to start costing more if we can even get them. And the controls are just going to get clamped down. Instead of you making decisions and you living freely and you deciding what to do, there's some nameless, faceless person that is just going to change it because they're in charge. And the answer is no. You're in charge. It's your life. It's your dollar. It's your work. Your effort. And if you don't like what they're doing, turn around and walk away. Don't entertain it. On that note, I am going to step aside. I'm going to try to make some dinner for the big guy and I'm going to try very hard. I'm not going to try. I am going to work harder on putting out a small video every day. So, happy Labor Day. Pause and reflect. Remember who you're dealing with, and be careful.